Hi there, guys, and welcome to my third episode of Space Engineers. So I kind of did record the first bit, um, but it got corrupted. As some of you know, that is a very sad possibility. So all I did basically was I built this scouting rover. I replaced my black and purple one that you guys saw in the first few videos. It's fairly simple. It's literally just the scouting vehicle, and then it has a piston in front here. So if we press number 4, we can raise it up. We can scout in front of us anything that, like if we want to look at the lookout towers or something like that, we can. Um, I'll show you guys how it handles. It's actually quite nice. I'll drop the speed quite a bit so it handles nicely. It doesn't feel like it's gonna tip. It's a little bit more rocky on the boxels, but it's not the end of the world. It does lift a tiny bit, but since I added the gyroscope, it is actually working pretty well. It doesn't have a connector and stuff yet. I will figure out how I want to connect it to the base so it can recharge. And then after that, I went and I built this welding ship. 4 large Atmos going down. Got 2 batteries for these modular cargo containers. I really love these cargo containers. They make life very easy and chip design a lot better. But yeah, so the rest of today's plan is to build the assembler factory. So my thoughts are to start it over here. I'm going to be getting rid of that little habitat at the end of this episode, most probably, if I remember. But yeah, plan is make the assembler factory over here, right across from the refinery factory, and we're going to pipe it all up because we do have our connectors down here. We've already got a line starting over there. So yeah, let's get started. I'm going to get some resources, fill up this thing, and then we're going to start with the layout and see how far we can go. Okay, just going to extend this floor out quite a bit here. I'm thinking about roughly the same as the refinery over there. This is obviously a lot smaller, the actual resources, but we'll see how we can make this factory look a bit interesting, even though it's probably going to be a lot smaller than the refinery factory. The refinery factory stops about, yeah. So we'll see what we can do. Because I wanted to be very industrial-like, beams all across. I think it's going to be a great idea to do that. Let me get the floor plan laid out, and then we can start the welding process. Okay, we've got the floor laid out. Let's see. Okay, so the welders are connected and everything. Let's see. Straight and move on forward. Gonna need to go a little bit more to the side. Keep it straight and let's go. And there we go. Okay, so let's get those back to normal. And let's get this ship back. We can do the layout for the actual assembly factory now, and then get that welded up quick and easy. Put down and lock. Okay, so we've got the layout. I left that space there to see where I want the actual factory to stop off. That will be like part of the walkway around it, or we can drive around it or whatever we feel like. Let's see, I need to add in a few things. We're going to do a gate, we're going to do a door. Maybe we obviously we need to add the assemblers themselves. We need to do some catwalks because we want to walk around nicely inside of it. We need the beams, and probably I want to add something that I actually wanted to add into that factory as well. Oh damn. Okay, let me get some fuel and then we can get this going. Okay, so I want to try and see. Wait, I don't have any steel plates on me. Give me steel plates. Doesn't have anything left. Oh no. Okay, let's get some steel plates. Some interior plates so we can design. Okay, so let's start with a gate. Then we're gonna have ourselves wait, no. Let's actually go with our color that we want. We'll start with a nice gray, and those two. Here we're gonna go with this hatch door. Door there. Door there. We'll do the same air vent system as we always try and do. And then something I kind of, yeah, let's stick to making it similar to the other side. We can work on the stuff I wanted to do a bit later. Here we want to close this door. Maybe we make this roof a tiny bit bigger. We can add something in there. That's going to be where the vent controller goes. Zip this up further. Yeah. Okay, so we can add a few these windows in on the side here. Let's see, where do we want these windows actually to go? For one, we're going to copy that. We're going to add in windows right above. Take those. Then we're gonna add in some side windows. 2 spaces. No. Okay, let's add 6. We'll close up the back side there for something else. 2, 3, 6. That is 2 squares in front. Okay, so that's here. Then what we can do is we can angle this out, angle that out. 1, 2. We will do the block off that. It is actually interesting. Might be a little bit dark, but we'll go with it for now. And then one thing I did want to do in the previous factory, which I might actually change out, see how good it will fit over here. It's like a type of extractor fan. I did like seeing that in some of the other YouTubers' design styles, so let's see. Let's try next to it. Actually, might look quite nice. Let's see. That round. At least we've got a good height for it as well. If this planet didn't worry about having pressured air and all of that stuff, I would have loved to include the beams into the walls, sticking out so that there's like a view through them, but unfortunately we'll have to add a bunch of see-through window panels and stuff into it so that it doesn't cause problems. Go with a nice big one there. I do like to do this where it's like nice and dark on both sides. Then over here we go back to the basics. 1, 2, 3. Okay, so here I think we can just keep it straight. In angled in on this side as well. Oh, sometimes I'm horrible with that. Okay, so that's perfectly fine. I guess it's a good size to start off this assembler factory build. Let's see how we want to place these. The thing is, I do actually think I'm going to add the H2O2s and that type of things in here because it's going to be very, very empty. And I don't think we necessarily want that. So we'll leave about 1 square open to walk past. 1 square open to walk past. We need to do our... Let's add that onto the next panel. Hydrogen engines. I do want to add the battery farm at the back of this. We can do the decorations and stuff a little bit later. We'll add a medical room in a different area. Let's see. H2O2 vents, oxygen tanks. What else can be very, very useful in here? I would love to add signs into this because I always keep forgetting that I've got these signs to do. We can. I don't think we'll do storage shelves right about here, and then yeah, let's see what we how we end up with these things. H2. I'm gonna do that. I don't just want it to be standard. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna add that one in there, that one in there. It's gonna be very. It's not really the most useful way of doing things, but I do want it to look very much industrial with the pipe works and everything as well. And then we can actually add catwalks and stuff all around. The only thing Okay, let's do the pipe works and then we'll sort out the hole underneath for the... No, you know what? I'm adding these up one higher. So, as a... what you call it? Placeholder, we'll add these in. Then we'll add the assemblers on top of them. So that we can add our modules underneath. And what we can do is that extractor fan is right next to it. So it's fine. Okay, so connector. I like using these and then just blocking them off in the sense that, oh, we're not going to be using that side, we'll be using a different side. This will make a T-junction. And this corner.
Energy low.
Oh, one thing I almost forgot is we need access to a conveyor system underneath. This there. And down there. So let's go here. The front of the base is that side, so I'm going to turn it like this so that the front is that side. Okay, so here we'll do another one of these. Do a nice corner up. That way. That way. Go back to this. And then that one, even though it's not needed, I do like giving myself option to add more in, and then we'll block that off, block that off, block that. Just so that it looks like it's going to be used later, but not yet, in a sense. Okay, I think let's get these, and now I can actually move these. We can add our modules underneath. So I will... Okay, so speed module makes both of them go faster. The yield is only the refinery and the efficiency is both. I'm not too worried about power.
Energy critical.
Let me just get some energy. I'll be back now. Okay, so I'm going to be adding speed modules on... oh, I'm stuck. I can't go past that. Speed modules over here. And let's add another one. Oh. That's going to be basically matching the group, which is fine. I'm sure we can, for the sake of it, add some power modules at the back. One power, and then we'll go back to extra speed. And okay, let's see if I can get my my welder in there to weld up all of these things. I'm gonna get my resources and then we can get this going. Okay, let's start with the outside of this place first. Big gate over there. Probably going to do this as a montage, so I'm going to keep quiet for now and keep going. there we go. The basics of it is done. Let's park this and finish up the style of the inside and go ahead and finish up the roof. Let's get this parked. Go. Everything's still okay, so let's go place our beams. Go. Other way around. Okay, so beam there, and how many does get to on the edge though? That's fine. Okay, then what we can do is I'm going to just get these corners sorted. Okay, corners are sorted. Beams are sorted. Gonna be doing that almost there. Too late. Be back now. Okay, let's add. I'm just gonna plate up the ceiling, add in some lights, and then weld this puppy up. Get the welding situation going. And that happened. Try and set this puppy down so we can fix it. Okay guys, so I've changed it up a little bit. I figured out that power was my biggest problem. So I added 3 more batteries, secured them nicely, removed the landing gear, um, changed a little bit of the paint if you can see it. Yeah, yeah, that was sad, but it is fixed. And since I changed the cockpit, now lost all of the dust. Okay, it's fine. I will go with it as it is. Okay, there we go. Now it's time to do the styling and obviously do these beams inside since the welder could not reach those. So I'm gonna style it up and then we'll see what it looks like at the end. And here we go. So we have done it. The assembly factory is up and let's take a look. Okay. That's okay. So we've got storage shelves over here because I mean we've been making all of these pieces. We've got all sorts of stuff here. We've even got some batteries and this. Let me just turn this off so we can see the real light here. So this thing is pushing out air into this room. I did pressurize it. So of course we've got our assembler, HO2, hydrogen, H2O2, and then another assembler. Then, once we walk around the back here, I mean, the lights at the back here is not that great because, I mean, it's really going to go. Got stairs going up all the way around, so we can go in here, we can check out how the assemblers are doing. We can go around this way, same thing. We can also access our H2O2s from here. I think it looks really good. I did pipe work at the bottom, underneath. Got some empty barrels and auto boxes over here. Beam blocks across. I think it looks really good. Yes, that's an extractor fan, but it is covered by glass, but don't worry about that. Okay, so I think that was a very successful build and episode. I think I'm gonna add numbers on the size as well, like I did on this one. There's O2 around it. And now this is factory number 3. And even through these windows you can see it so clearly how great it looks inside there. I might actually add some walkways or something up here so that you can look into this factory. But yeah, I think that's a good thing. I might actually add in some storages over on that side. I think that might look good. Yeah, I think that's a good place to call it for this episode. I do notice that this factory is a bit darker than those ones, which I might actually change these up onto, but hopefully you guys will see that by the next episode. If you guys like the video, please don't forget to like and subscribe and hit the bell notification. If you guys have any comments, questions, tips and tricks, let me know and I will definitely get back to you guys. Let's have a chill here at the bar and then I will see you guys in the next one. Cheers guys.